Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and today we are going to be talking about my Today we are going to be talking about my February favorites. So every month I round up my favorite plants and products, just things that stuck out to me this month, made my life easier, or things that I was just using a lot that month. The first thing we are talking about today is this beautiful, beautiful Caladium Landani. It also goes by the name Xanthosoma Landani. So you might have heard it under one or both of those names, but it is this absolutely beautiful and striking caladium. And I kept seeing this plant. Also, like now that I'm looking at it up close, I'm checking it for spider mites and stuff. I don't see anything. I've been nervous. I haven't, like, knock on wood, but I haven't seen anything. I'm nervous about completing that sentence. But anyway, so it's a really, really beautiful and striking plant. As you can see, these leaves are just so beautiful. I saw them quite a bit in the Climatron in St. Louis at the Botanical Gardens. I think that's actually the first place that I saw them. And then I saw them again when I was in Hawaii. It's sitting in this pot that is by Bud and Bowl. And I don't believe that they're making pottery right now. They're taking a break. So, you know, sorry about that. But it's a beautiful pot, isn't it? I love it. Anyway, so I got this plant online from an Etsy seller. I'll link them down below if you're interested. If they still sell this plant, I'll link the actual plant below. And I bought it, I think, in October, and it was the last online plant purchase I think I've made. I just don't order plants online that often anymore. I don't know if any of you like started off your plant collecting by buying a lot of plants online, because I know that I did, and for some reason I just really, really prefer in-person shopping now, and it helps that a lot of plants that I really like to buy online are now accessible in person. It's like dancing as I'm talking. So I couldn't find this anywhere locally, so I did end up taking it to Etsy, and I found a seller there. But let me show you just a little close-up so you can see. Oh my, she is beautiful. I do plan on putting this outside this summer underneath our big tree. I kind of want to do a lot more plants outside this summer just to see what happens. But I have like a very heavy shaded area up like right next to my door that I think would be really nice for it. We'll see. I might just like to see it inside because it is so beautiful and striking. But yeah, I really don't have anything else to say about it besides it's so beautiful and it's putting out a new leaf. So of course it has caught my eye like extra in the last couple of weeks because I am watching this new leaf to see what it'll look like, how big it'll be. There are two individual plants in here. So this plant has like pretty big leaves on it, and this one has most recent leaf pretty big and the previous leaf not as big, and I will definitely keep you updated as it progresses. The first plant product that I want to talk about is not really like a plant product, but it is these little egg cartons. These are specifically the ones that are like a papery material. So these are really, really great to use for starting seeds. In the past, when I wanted to do gardening but had no idea what I was doing, I actually grew seeds in egg cartons on my windowsill. And once they started growing, I really didn't know what to do with them. So I just sort of left them and they ended up dying and all of that. But I do think it's a really great way to like recycle something and just use it again, because these do like disintegrate. I feel like you could plant this into the ground directly, but maybe not. I don't know if it would break down fast enough. Anyway, they're just a really great way to start seeds, and the little egg cells are the perfect size for like seed cells, and it's something that you don't have to buy because there are, in this one alone, there's I think 18 slots of eggs, so that's 18 opportunities to grow something. So I did buy last year like seed starting cells, and obviously they're fine and I'm using them again this year, but I did save these like way long ago. Like we don't really go through eggs that fast. I don't even know why I have this huge one. Like we must have had company and I bought a big one. I don't know. Anyway, you can save these and they're nice and compact and you can just put them away. And I think I'm gonna do my annual flowers in these, some of my annual flowers. I did a lot of annual flowers in my other like big seed trays, but I think these are another really great way to do it so you don't have to keep buying those like big plastic things. You can just use this one because I'm sure that people are eating eggs, so you've got these. All right, the next plant that I want to show off is my tried and true. This is a spider plant. I always want to say snake plant. I just did a different video where I was reacting to my Well, I'm not gonna spoil it. I just did a different video and I called this a snake plant in that video. So yeah, this is a spider plant. It's a little thirsty right now, so you know, humor us. It's watering day and I'm kind of dreading getting my watering started. But anyway, so this is a variegated version and it already has 2 babies on it. And I have always said that spider plants are probably a plant that I will just always have in my collection just because they're so easy to take care of. They have babies. Oh, actually there's 3 babies coming off of it. And it's just cool to see them grow, and it's a really, really easy plant to just give to somebody. Like if you ever have somebody come over and they're like, can I have a plant? Can I have a cutting of something? You know, I don't know how often that happens to you guys, but I don't have people over to my house very often anymore, obviously because I moved away from all of my friends. But you know, sometimes I would want to send somebody home with something, and if I have a spider plant around, there's a good chance that they're gonna have a baby and I can send that baby home with my friend to start it in water, and then we can link up later to pot it up in soil or something. So anyway, it's a really great plant just to have on hand if you ever run into somebody who's new to plants and you want to help them get into it. And in general, I think it's a really pretty plant. I think it's very striking. I know that not a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that they're very ugly and just not the cutest, but I think they're great. And there's a few different varieties. There's the just plain green one, there's the variegated green one like this, green in like a light green whitish color, and then there's also a curly spider plant, which I really love the way that the curly spider plant looks, especially the babies. So if you're looking for just a basic plant to like have green space, if you want to have the look of a big plant collection but you don't want it to be like a ton of work, definitely get things like pothos, snake plants, spider plants, aglaonema. They're very, very easy to care for and really don't ask for much. Okay, the next item, I'm basically showing you like all garden related products, but this one is a smart plug. It's a smart strip plug, and I haven't opened it yet. I actually just received it in the mail yesterday because I ordered 2 more for my seed setup this year, but I have used these in the past for my Mills bow. I actually have one running all the time in my Mills bow, and they're really, really, this is what they look like, or the one that I got at least. It's from the company GoSund, and I just bought it on Amazon, and it's compatible with Amazon Alexa and the Google Assistant. I don't really know what their name is. I think you just say Google. Anyway, so yeah, there's instructions on how to connect it, and there's an app on your phone, and basically you can just operate the entire thing from your phone alone, which is really nice because I can make sure that my light switch is actually turned on. I can set up a timer for it because in my greenhouse cabinet, I want the fans to run all the time, but I don't need the lights on all the time. So I have a timer where they turn on at 5 a.m. and turn off at 7 p.m. So they're running like all day long, and I don't have to worry about it at all. So I got this so that I could get it going for my seedlings because yeah, I don't want to have to go into that room all the time and remember to turn on and off the light. So super, super helpful. If you have grow lights in your house, I highly, highly suggest that you do this so that you can like have some plugs on, some plugs off, and you don't have to worry about it. And also I'm noticing that it looks like half of this is always on slots and half of it is like timer slots. So love it. The next plant I want to show you is my Syngonium macrophylla frosted heart. And this is one that I got from Rolling Ridge Nursery when I had my first book signing there. And I love it so much. I find it so beautiful. I really like Syngonium, but I'm kind of burnt out on Syngonium that have like the super pointy arrow-shaped leaves, and I'm kind of liking this whole thing. Like these rounded heart-shaped leaves are so cool. And there's actually a new leaf that came out here, and hopefully it will mature into something more like this. We'll just have to keep watch of it, but there's also another leaf coming out. And as you can see, I have it on a plank of wood, and I was looking, and it looks like it might be trying to attach to the plank of wood. It might be a bit early, and the humidity in here hasn't been super, super high. So I think summertime will really be the time for my plants to attach to the planks, just because the humidity in here is really, really high. Okay, hi. So funny story, my camera battery died. And then I went to grab my backup camera battery and that was dead too. So it's been a few hours. Thankfully the sun is still out and we're gonna finish filming this video. Okay, the next thing on my February favorites list are these cute little Hoyas. And I got these from Nicole, my Clean Leaves, when I visited her a couple weekends ago in Chicago. And I'm really, really excited to see these grow. So far, I don't think there's any root growth at this point, but this is a Hoya Burtonii, I think, and then this is a Hoya Shepherdii. So it's like long string bean leaves, and then this one has like really beautiful like veiny leaves. Nicole was actually selling cuttings of this plant like a couple months ago, and I knew that if I told her I liked it, she'd give it to me for free, and I wanted her to make that bag, so I wasn't gonna take it. So anyway, when I visited her, I told her that I really liked it, and then she's like, "You want a cutting?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she puts them in these little, I think like 3.5 ounce plastic cups with some sphagnum moss, and I've just had it in that same setup in my greenhouse cabinet, and I just had to water them today, but other than that, they haven't been super thirsty because it's very humid in there, obviously. So anyway, super cute. I cannot wait to see these grow, and I think I need to do like an updated Hoya video soon because I have a lot of new growth on my Hoyas lately, like this right here. I wanted to display this one in this video because it's putting out little baby growth at the bottom, and I'm so excited because it's already so long and it's just getting longer, which is super fun. And for a while I just wasn't sure if it was going to do anything. Well, it's obviously winter, and so most of my plants are dormant and like haven't been doing anything, but I am seeing like little pieces starting to grow. Like I'm starting to see some growth on like a few of my plants, so I'm really excited to see what spring will bring for these and pretty much the rest of my collection too. Okay, the next item that was really helpful to me this month was a heat mat. So I have a couple of these that I'm using for my plants when I'm starting seeds, and I actually bought too many, so I don't think that I want to like take this one out of the box, or at least I want to try to preserve the packaging because I think I'm going to return it. I don't think I actually needed this one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm undecided right now, but this is what they look like. It's just like a black thing, and there are like coils going through it kind of, or just, it's probably just like little wires. And they're really, really easy to use. You just plug it in, and they're typically the same size as like a seed starting dome thing. I think it says it's a 10-inch by 20-inch size, and that's usually the typical size. You can see there's a photo there of what they use them with. So anyway, I found these to be really helpful in like number one, germinating seeds, and then number two, just having them around the house when it's cold, because my house actually sits around 65 degrees, which apparently is very, well, it's not apparently. I know it's very cold, but we typically just use our wood heating, and during the day, our house sits at about 65 naturally, and then we'll use the wood more so at night, unless it's like a really, really cold day. But we've pretty much run out of wood already, and thank gosh it is finally March, because I was getting a little worried. Hopefully things will start heating up, and we're gonna start cutting wood for next season now and get our racks filled up and ready to go, which is like just wild to think that we're still in this season and we already have to start thinking about next season's wood. Like, it's very interesting when you heat your house with wood. But anyway, so yeah, these are helpful to keep just my plants warm, because I don't like my plants to go into like a super deep dormancy, and none of them have really minded the cold in the house. This plant room right now is 67 degrees, and I have a heater in here, which I've shown in previous videos, that keeps the room about 59 to 60 degrees. And I guess I can update you guys because it's been pretty much the full season in this room with my new windows in here, and I have to say that my heater runs like pretty much never. Like, I bet it runs mostly at night, but during the day, especially if it's sunny, it's not running at all. And last year it was running pretty much all the time, and our electric bill was very expensive, probably for a combination of reasons. But anyway, so the new windows in here just really, really are so much better. They're double pane, double pane, I don't know. I don't really know the specs on the windows, but they're new, and we wanted them to be able to like hold heat and all of that kind of stuff, so we made sure that we got windows that would be good for that. And it's been amazing. Like, this room, if it's sunny, it can get up to 75 degrees in here during the day, so it's incredible and I love it. And it's just like a nice oasis from like the rest of my house. A part of my house is underground, so it stays pretty cool year round. Like summertime, it's very nice to be in my house because we hardly have to run the air conditioning. And I feel like from now on, I'm always gonna want a ground contact home because it is so efficient. Anyway, the heat mats just make sure that the soil stays warm. If the soil is warm, then the plant is sort of tricked into believing that it's not winter time, or like at least a little bit colder. And so that's how it works with seedlings. And then also you can use them for just like your houseplants as well. If you have an area in your home that gets a little bit drafty or cool, maybe that would help out. But I don't have like a ton of small plants, but I have seen Laura from Garden Answer have like a huge one. If you have like a big table that you put a lot of plants, that might be good. But for my purposes, I don't really use them for like my houseplant stuff. I would actually consider putting one in my Millsbow cabinet. It stays pretty warm in there because of the lights, but I think maybe the heat mat might make it even warmer. So maybe after I'm done growing seeds, I'll pop all my heat mats in there and see if that does anything. But I know that Nicole uses hers for her cacti and looked legit to me. So anyway, enough about that, let's move on. All right, the last item that I wanna talk about today is my seed storage kit. It's basically like a photo organizer that I got on Amazon last year, and I have been using it again this year, obviously, because I'm taking out my seeds and organizing them and everything. And it has been absolutely incredible to have this place to store everything with labels. So as you can see, there's just like a bin system here. So I have it labeled based on what they are. And then I took out some of the bins so that I could organize like when I'm sowing certain seeds. Like I have like my direct sow bin, and then I have my sow in February and March bins. So anyway, that's been really helpful. And then not my local nursery, but Rolling Ridge in St. Louis had this planting seed guide for St. Louis. And St. Louis and Columbia pretty much have the same weather. So I kind of used that guide to decide how and when I was going to start my seeds and all of that. And it was really helpful to get things organized. And I just think that having like organized systems for your plant stuff is the most efficient way to like live your life, because I can't tell you how many times I have lost something because I put it somewhere that I did not like note in my head, or I thought that I would remember where it was. And since I've done that like a million times, I'm now very, very into having like bins and specific places where I put all of one item. Like I have an entire bin for all of my craft stuff. So like anything related to crafting is in that bin. And then anything related to seeds is in that bin. And then also my seed thing goes in my plant storage underneath here, underneath the ladder, because you know, it's just, it keeps everything organized. So anything that I have related to plants is all in one place. And I don't know, that might seem very obvious. Like when I say that out loud, it's like, well, duh. But for me, it was like I had my stuff everywhere. Like I had some stuff in here, I had some stuff in my laundry room, I had some stuff in the garage. And honestly, the garage would be like a better place to put a lot of things. But for my indoor houseplants, I have everything in here. And as far as my outdoor stuff, well, our garage is a disaster currently, and we're trying to figure out like the mass amounts of cardboard that we currently have. So once that's all figured out, it'll be a lot easier to have like organized systems out there for our garden tools and all of that as well. But I would like to have a sort of shed thing to put our garden tools. Maybe I'll put them in the greenhouse or something like that. But anyway, I'm just trying to put systems in place to make my life easier, and so that I'm not so like all over the place and stressed when it comes to my plant stuff, because it's houseplants and it really shouldn't be that stressful, but sometimes it really can be. But okay, I think that's all I have for you. I feel like I'm missing a plant. Like I wanted to talk about a plant and I'm forgetting, but I'm looking at my list and I talked about everything on my list. So I must have gotten to everything. It's a little confusing with my filming time being split in half because of my battery situation. So anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If there were any plants or products that really helped you out this month, definitely comment down below and maybe we can get some product recommendations going in the comments. I will have everything linked below that I can. Make sure that you have notifications on for my channel. It's just right next to the subscribe button. It's like a bell, and you just click that and it'll let you know when I have videos going out. And I think that's a really important thing for right now, because I am putting out a lot more videos than usual because I'm on a filming kick. So I usually post every Tuesday and Friday, but I also have videos going up on Sunday, maybe like a Wednesday or a Thursday, I don't know. I'm just having a lot of extra videos go out and I don't want you to miss them. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, it's me Becca and I'm so excited because today I have a super fun announcement that I started a Patreon. If you've never heard of Patreon before, it is a website where I'm going to be creating additional content for you if you want to pledge, and it is one of the best ways that you can support my channel if you have the means or the desire to do so. There is definitely no obligation to sign up and my content will not change on my channel whatsoever, but if you do sign up for Patreon, you'll have the opportunity to Leo. But if you do sign up on Patreon, you will have the opportunity to see exclusive content such as deleted scenes, blooper reels, you know, the whole thing. You can help shape my content by voting in polls. We have an exclusive Discord channel, live streams just for patrons, and a monthly plant clinic. So I have 3 different tiers. I'm going to talk about them now. The first tier is Photonia Friend, and as a Photonia Friend, you will pay $1 a month, and with that you'll gain access to my Discord channel and be able to shape my content with polls such as, you know, which video should I post or what video would you like to see the most, stuff like that. The next tier is Peperomia Pal, and that is $5 a month, and with that one you'll get everything in Photonia Friend. You'll also gain access to monthly downloadables, which includes things like watering trackers, plant logs, a Houseplant 101 booklet that you can gift to friends, things like that. In this tier you'll also get bonus clips, which are usually bloopers or extended cuts of videos. If there's a specific part of a video that felt too long and I cut it out, you will be able to see that as a member of the Peperomia Pal tier. And then lastly, we're doing a monthly live stream on the last Thursday of every month. And the third tier is the Begonia Bestie, which is $10 a month. And with that, you'll get everything under Photonia Friend, everything under Peperomia Pal, and then you'll get a monthly plant clinic where we will all hop on a Zoom call and sort of talk through our plant issues and things that we're sort of troubleshooting and be able to come together and put our heads together and figure out everybody's plant problems and how to fix them. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I have done plant clinic videos in the past, and so this will be just a more interactive version of that. So if you are interested in joining us, I will have my Patreon link down below. I would love for you to join. It's gonna be so much fun and I can't wait to get to know you on a more intimate level. I will see you in the next video. Bye.